I remember years ago on the stepper at the Y, and the young woman next to me said, "How can you do that?" I said, "Pick your feet up." She says, "No, you don't have headphones on." Yeah, I would go crazy. All right, my mind needs to be occupied. So I can't imagine going for a walk without listening to. Usually, I'll listen to a book, but sometimes I'll listen to a podcast. Okay, look at the power dynamics in this marriage. Right, they were in a lopsided relationship with Gabrielle submerged in a fantasy dream world of sacrificing everything for a distant mythical Russia. And so she pressured her spouse into going along with it. Right? She thought she could simply email the Russian embassy, offer them help, and then trust whoever reads emails from random strangers over there. Right? She called her spouse a coward for showing any hesitation about being a traitor to America. Right? There wasn't a financial motive. This was a spy fantasy concocted by a woman who wanted to feel important. Gordon Black, Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Army, was arrested in Russia in May, accused of theft. He was involved with a Russian woman in Vladivostok. Right? And he was nabbed there. He's in the middle of a divorce from his American wife. Found pictures of him with the Russian woman in question, and she drained him of his interests, national security interests. Right? She humiliated him. So Black decided to risk it all for a Russian woman. Right? He was incredibly lonely and he was vulnerable. 40. Don't you need time to think through, develop, refine your own thoughts? I do. And the best way I refine my own thoughts is by listening to other thoughts or by listening to music, or they just hit me. Often when I'm reading the newspaper, listening to a podcast, listening to a book, then the thoughts just start flowing in and start making notes on my phone. So all sorts of people with access to sensitive information, right, will give it away for the illusion of intimacy. Even music distracts me from writing. Yeah, I understand that for some people, but I've had people tell me that the quality of my work was excellent, and I was listening to music 99% of the time. So I'm usually listening to music when I'm writing, when I'm thinking, when I'm making notes for the show, when I'm preparing for the show. So it's just national security that's at risk. All right, you are at risk if you're lonely, if you've got an intense need to be a hero, you've got an intense need to feel special.